In the last 4 hours In the last 6 hours earlier today, militant-turned-populist Cleric Muqtada Al-Sadr wins Iraqi election coalition led by anti-U.S. Cleric wins Iraq election in the last 8 hours yesterday. Surprise reaction to Iraq's election results. Cleric Muqtada Al-Sadr's Bloc wins Iraq election. Shia Muslim coalition wins Iraq parliamentary election. Populist Cleric Muqtada Al-Sadr's coalition wins Iraq's election. Populist Cleric's Bloc wins Iraqi election. Firebrand Cleric's Bloc wins Iraq parliamentary polls. Influential Shiite Cleric Muqtada Al-Sadr wins Iraqi election. Cleric Muqtada Al-Sadr wins Iraq election, but forming government far-off Sadr alliance announced winner of Iraq elections. Muqtada Al-Sadr's alliance winner of Iraq's parliamentary elections. Bloc led by Shiite Cleric Muqtada Al-Sadr wins parliamentary vote in Iraq. Cleric Muqtada Al-Sadr named winner of Iraq election. Shiite Cleric Muqtada Al-Sadr's party Bloc wins Iraq parliamentary election. Shiite Cleric Muqtada Al-Sadr's Bloc wins most seats in Iraq election. Shiite Cleric Al-Sadr wins most seats in Iraq's election. Anti-U.S. Cleric Muqtada Al-Sadr's Bloc wins Iraq election. Cleric Muqtada Al-Sadr wins Iraq parliamentary elections. Militant-turned-populist Cleric Sadr wins Iraqi election. Cleric's team wins most seats in Iraq poll. Militant-turned-populist Cleric Sadr wins Iraqi election. Cleric Muqtada Al-Sadr's Bloc wins Iraq election. In the last 7 days, Muqtada Al-Sadr, from U.S. foe to Iraqi kingmaker. Why Iraq's elections were an indictment of the elite Iraq, between an American rock and an Iranian hard place. Muqtada Al-Sadr advocates for government independent of U.S., Iran. U.S. ready to aid past foe in Iraq after upset Iraqi vote. U.S. prepares to embrace a former foe. Muqtada Al-Sadr after upset Iraqi vote. U.S. prepares to embrace a former foe. Iraq's Al-Sadr's government independent of U.S., Iran. Muqtada Al-Sadr, militia leader turned savior of Iraq. Muqtada Al-Sadr has had a less than conventional journey into politics. Test of strength between Sadr, Soleimani in Iraq. Shiite Cleric Muqtada Al-Sadr emerges kingmaker in Iraqi elections. The complicated case of, for Muqtada Al-Sadr, if he says die, we die. Al-Sadr loyalists jubilant at Iraq poll triumph. Can Muqtada Al-Sadr and the United States be friends? Iraqi election and makes U.S. foe Sadr a potential kingmaker. Iraqi election makes U.S. foe Al-Sadr a potential kingmaker. The man who could shape Iraq's future. Could Kurds throw support behind a Sadr-ruled Iraq? Iraq, the reinvention of Muqtada Al-Sadr. Tehran lost Iraqi elections. Don't let it hijack the aftermath. Muqtada Al-Sadr, an American ally. U.S. strikes supportive notice. Former foe leads an Iraqi election. Muqtada Al-Sadr, ex-militia leader, emerges as Iraq's kingmaker. Iranian media react to populist cleric's victory in Iraq elections. Iraqis shake off foreign intervention in Sadr's ballot box. Success Iraq vote. Al-Sadr blocks strong showing deals blow to Iran. The time to stop bankrolling the Iraqi military is now. No, Iran didn't win Iraq's election. Mattis, U.S. will wait and see on Muqtada Al-Sadr election victory. Muqtada Al-Sadr alliance wins elections in Iraq. Iraq elections results tests Iran influence in Baghdad. Barzani's Abadi congratulate Sadr on Iraqi election victory. Shia leader Muqtada Al-Sadr's coalition set to win in Iraq. Iraqi election the winner. Al-Sadr hints at alliances to form government. Early results in Iraq election favor populist Shiite Cleric Muqtada Al-Sadr. Through the years, Muqtada Al-Sadr poised for victory in Iraqi election. Shia leader Sadr's alliance set to win in Iraq polls. Coalition led by nationalist Cleric takes shock lead in Iraqi election. Al-Sadr coalition headed to victory in Iraqi election. Militia leader who battled U.S. during Iraq war leads election. How Iraq election frontrunner Muqtada Al-Sadr tapped widespread frustration. Iraqi cleric who fought U.S. troops leads in election.